Greetings, dear brothers and sisters. I hope all of you are doing well and you are able to manage this very severe summer that we are all going through. Well, today morning I had a call, and that's making me feel very heavy in heart. Dear friends, my name is Praveen Curl, and I am a certified life coach, an emotional intelligence coach, and an executive coach. I've done my coaching course from the Symbiosis Institute of USA, which is an accredited course recognized by the International Coaching Federation. I'm also doing my master's in counseling course at the moment, and probably in the next 5 6 months I should be certified. I work now as a counselor in a rehabilitation center for addicts, people who are addicted to alcohol, people who are addicted to drugs, people who are addicted to smoking, mobile phone, sex. There are people in the rehab for different age groups, right from the age of, say, 15, 16, students who are doing their class 10, or they are in the intermediate, right up to people up to the age of 65, 67. It hurts me very much. I myself was a victim of addiction, and when I hear stories now from the families of these patients who are in the rehabilitation center, it hurts me a lot. I identify, I relate to all those things which are happening in the family, in the society. It makes me wonder that when I was doing such things, how much my loved ones would have felt heartbroken. Well, I'm out of it now. I'm leading a sober life, a clean life, a very good, peaceful, successful life without drinking. And that was my main addiction. I left smoking too. I'm clean at the moment, back on my journey to God, like the prodigal son. But then, all these people who are down with addictions probably are not knowing their real cause for becoming an addict, and they don't want to do anything about it. There's no self realization. So, dear friends, I thought I will reach out to all of you and see if I could make an impact. There may be so many people who are seeing this video at the moment, and who knows, people who are struggling with some kind of an addiction. You may be having a person in your own family. It could be your father, it could be your husband, it could be your son, it could be your brother or in laws, or it could be your sister or your mother or your sister in law, or it could be your friends, your neighbors, or colleagues at work who you may be knowing, or it may be yourself itself who's struggling with some kind of an addiction. Friends, I just want to give you some statistics on how drugs and alcohol is spreading in our country. Statistics says when they took a record of the number of suicides that happened because of alcohol and drugs in the year 2011, it was around 3,960 suicides happened because of this addiction to alcohol and drugs. The same thing, when they took the statistics in the year 2021, that means after 10 years, they found the figure shot up to 10,860. 189% an increase in suicides because of alcohol and drugs. This is the extent at which this deadly disease of addiction is spreading. And people are not willing to accept this. People want to hide this fact. People are in denial, not seeking help, thinking that they can manage the person who's struggling with addiction, or they think that, or the person who's struggling feels or thinks that he can manage it. There are different forms of addictions. It could be behavior, or it could be addiction to a substance. If you look at the substance, the different major forms are addiction to tobacco, it could be chewing tobacco or smoking, addiction to alcohol, addiction to drugs. These are all substance abuse, substance addictions. When you come to behavior, it could be addiction to sex, physical sex, masturbation, or watching pornography. I've been a victim to this also. Or it could be internet, playing games on the mobile, constantly surfing the net, chatting. This is all behavioral problems. Or it could be addiction to gambling, horse racing, betting. These days you have IPL gambling or playing cards. There are different forms of addictions, majorly classified as substance abuse or behavioral addictions. Now, what are we going to do about it? It could be happening to you also. You may be addicted to the mobile phone. You may be addicted to TV. You may be addicted to gossip. You may be addicted to shopping. You may be addicted to your own work, a workaholic, or the shopping is a shopaholic, or maybe addicted to laziness. There are different forms of behavioral addictions. You also have addictions to substances, as I mentioned, to alcohol, to drugs, to chewing tobacco or smoking tobacco. What are we going to do? It's taking up our energy, it's taking up our time, it's breaking sweet relationships, it's spoiling our name in society. Our health is deteriorating, and today there are many struggling with mental health issues, stress, anxieties, fears, depression, different kinds of phobias, guilt, grief. There are so many different kinds of mental health issues. Or you're splurging all your money, you're going broke, and then you're getting into loans. So, dear friends, we need to understand this is like a double edged sword. One side you have the addictions, the other side you have your emotions. Emotions also play an important part. People who are emotionally down or have negative emotions because of certain childhood experiences, and they all become inner wounds, and we carry those inner wounds with us through life, and those inner wounds drives our actions, our words, and it bursts out whenever that emotion comes to the surface. What are we going to do about it? So it's very important, dear friends, that we understand, we know the truth. Jesus said, know the truth will set you free. So, if we know what could be the reasons that a person gets addicted to a substance or to a behavior, then maybe we could do something about it. We could seek help. Help is available. But the problem is nobody wants to take the help. Everybody wants things to happen just, in a flash of a finger. It's a process. You got to go through it. It's not easy to come out of any kind of an addiction. It needs dedication. It needs self realization. It needs action. It needs a change in our mindset. It needs to get rid of all those negative emotions. And for this, we need to put in work. So, dear friends, going ahead, I would like to just bring to your awareness what could be the possible causes of any addiction. Any addiction. So, there are three classifications. There are three classifications. It could be because of the internal environment, within us. It could be that. It could be because of the external environment in which we are living. Or it could be because of the genetics or hereditary. It could be that also. So there are three classifications of what could be the possible reasons for an addiction to take place. So if you look first at the internal environment, it could be that a person would have developed negative emotions within himself, what we call as inner wounds, because of a few reasons. Let's look at few of the reasons. The first could be because of rejection. It could be that person was rejected when he was young as a child. It could be the own family has rejected that person. It could be the society has rejected the person. It could be the friends group who has rejected that person because of so many factors. Maybe religion. It could be caste. It could be status. It could be because of certain deformity. It could be because of status, financial status. It could be anything. So if a sense of rejection is felt, then there are inner wounds. That internal environment is disturbed in that particular person. It could be because of loneliness. A person would have gone through loneliness. In the rehab of late, I've met 2-3 young guys, and they told us this. One father is working in the Gulf, mother is no more. He's brought up by his uncle. So he's here, he's missed his parents' love. He was lonely, he felt lonely. He felt lonely in life because he is the only son. Or a girl child could feel lonely because she's been looked down upon. The son may be getting all the attention, but the daughter is, kept aside, and she may be feeling lonely in life. Or it could be because of certain insults, body shaming. Somebody is very fat, so people may be insulting that person because of color. It could be because of insult because of the background. Any kind of insult that is thrown at a person, it could cause those inner wounds, it cause those hurt feelings in the person. Or it could be because of lack of love. As I said, when a person feels rejected, when a person feels lonely and is not having love, then he goes out for looking for love. And that could be an important factor too, that plays on a person's mindset. Or it could be because of abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse. Verbal abuse also, as I said, it could be because of all the insults and the constant heckling and the constant putting down. That is all verbal. But more important than that is physical abuse. Children may have gone through some form of physical abuse by some elders in the family or by some friends, where their physical parts were touched with, were played with, and the child goes through the process and may develop guilt later in life. That guilt kills. So that could be also a reason. So all these reasons could be part of the internal environment of a person. Second is the external environment that we live in. There are people who say, "No, I've had a very happy childhood. I am very happy in life. All people treat me well. I have no issues internally." But there could be addictions that happen because of external environment. It could be because of the lifestyle that we lead. The lifestyle sometimes makes us fall for certain addictions. The lifestyle is you get the wonderful mobile phone where you can chat. Their lifestyle is because of the different media that you have today: Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, so many. So it could be because of that lifestyle that you always carry one phone, two phones, you're always on the phone, you want to keep listening. Or it is the lifestyle of, smoking to show that you're a hero. Or it is drugs. Certain sections of society love to take drugs, going pubbing and taking drugs. They feel that it is a high that makes them feel elated, and they become the famous. But they don't understand that that particular addiction is pulling them down. It could be because of peer pressure at your workplace. When everybody is drinking and you don't drink, everybody laughs at you, pulls you down. Your friends, your colleagues could say, "There's nothing like having a drink in the evening. And if you want to sit with us, you must drink or have a smoke." Then only you are able to fit into that crowd. It could be because of peer pressure, that they all have picnics, they all have certain conferences, they all have meetings. But if a person remains out of that group, he is not considered important. So it could be because of peer pressure. It could be because of relationships, the kind of relationships that we have, the friends that we keep, or our own relations, our uncles, aunties, father, mother. It could be because of them. These relationships could have a great influence on us. You see, for example, just as a shopping, a person becomes a shopaholic. How does it happen? Especially to the ladies. It's because one is talking to the other and saying, "Go to this site, go to that site." There are so many sites. Today you sit at home and you can place your orders and keep getting what you want. So relationships do matter. Also in the creation of addictions. It could be the culture. Particular sector society maybe having this as the culture. For examples, in the cold countries, over there it is acceptable that every evening you have a drink of wine or drink of some alcohol to keep warm. In certain cultures, it is that you celebrate any event with a drink. So culture also could play an important part in getting addicted. And status. People feel only if you drink, only if you smoke, you know, you're looked up upon. You become a celebrity. It's always having a status, having a glass of a whiskey or a rum or a beer in your hand. And even with your suit and boot, you can become an alcoholic or an addict to smoking. It's a status symbol that I got all my things. I purchased my clothes, my shoes, or accessories from Amazon. Nobody likes to say that I went down to a small shop and bought it, but they say I bought it from Amazon. So these things could also cause addictions. So this is the external environment that can make a person get addicted to whatever substance or behavior. The third could be genetics. This could be in our genes, which has come down from generations. We do not know. Somebody would have had it. The past 3, 4 generations, 5 generations back. If you look, somebody would have had it in our family tree. And that could come to me. But the chances are less. The incidence of that occurring is less. But if it happens, then a person who's carrying the gene, the chances of him getting addicted to heroin or ganja is 34%. The risk is at 34% that there are chances of him getting addicted to this. The chances of getting addicted to marijuana because of the genes is 52%. You're carrying that, and there are chances 52% that you can get addicted to marijuana. There are chances that You may get addicted to alcohol because of the genes inside you, and that percentage is 52%. That's the stake, that's the risk. And the most of all is 61% for cigarette smoking. People who have this in the genes, the chances of them getting addicted to smoking is 61%. So you see this, dear friends, these could be the causes. Genetics also play, but it, it may not be a major part. It, other two causes are either the internal environment because of what a person has felt, and he's looking for love, he's looking for attention, he's looking for acceptance, and then that's why he goes out. You see, these days, how many girls and boys are going out and falling to different kinds of addictions? It's happening in our society, all around us. It could be happening in our own family without our own realization. Now, I told you at the beginning of this talk that I have a heavy heart, and that's why I'm coming out with this topic. Today morning, a lady called me whose son is in the rehabilitations. He went out 1 month back after completing nearly 5 months of being inside the rehab, and he went out. But within 2 weeks, he relapsed again. And his mother was pouring out this morning. My son abuses me. My son hits me. In front of everybody, he kicks me. The last time he came home, he got drunk, he hit me on the neck. Until now, I'm not comfortable to even sit up properly. Abuses me. I was in tears listening to this. I questioned myself, did I behave like this with my mother also when I was a victim? Maybe, but not to such an extent. I would have spoke very harsh words towards her, not abusive words. I would have behaved in a very, very aggressive manner, but I never raised my hand or hit her. But here, I see myself, if I continued, then probably I would have also behaved in this manner. Now, this guy is a victim. In her talking, in her pouring out, she told me, brother, for how many days should this go on in my life? I feel like committing suicide. She does not drink, she does not smoke, but she says, I want to commit suicide. Because even my husband, when he was alive, he used to thrash me, hit me. My son has seen all that happening. And now, after my husband going, my son is hitting me, beating me in front of everybody, kicking me, abusing me. The kind of words he uses, I cannot tell you, brother. She was crying, pouring out. It's heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. This guy probably did not realize that he became a victim because of one of these reasons. It may be, in my understanding, it could be the internal environment that he faced as a kid. And today, whenever he drinks, he behaves like an animal. He goes insane. He loses all sanity. That's a victim. That's what happens when a person is addicted. Not bothered about the consequences. Not bothered about how much you may be damaging, hurting other people around you, even if they are your most loved one. When they don't drink, when they don't have this addiction, they are the sweetest people. But once the addiction comes in, they turn into animals. I turned into an animal myself. But now, praise God, thank God, I'm out of it, living in peace. And that's because of the graces of my Lord Jesus Christ. Surrendered to Him. Similarly, there's another family who comes from a different state. Husband is inside the rehab for the last 5-6 months. And he's crying, when are you going to take me out? You're keeping me here. The wife met me. And the wife told me a lot of things, what all this guy did when he was drunk. And how the children distanced. He has a boy and a girl. How they distanced themselves from him. Today, children hate him. When I was telling, bring your children to meet him in the rehabilitation center, she said they don't want to come and meet him. The children say, keep him there for the next 5, 6 years. Let us complete our education. Then maybe you can think of bringing him out. And when the patients like me who are inside the rehabilitation center or who are going through this process don't I want to accept that such things have been done by me, by us. They are in denial. I can relate to them. I can relate to them. But dear friends, such things are happening in our society. What do we do? The highest form is when you go to the chemical addictions. Behavioral addictions, there are gambling. Students, youngsters who are with 16 lakhs, 15 lakhs outstanding in the market because of their online betting. Father is finding it difficult how to release my son from these loans that he has taken. They want fast money. Person is an engineer working for a multinational company, earning a handsome salary, still wants fast money. Not happy with what he's got. And that's the problem today. It's a rat race outside. And everybody are in that race, stamping the feet of each other to get to the top, wanting everything very fast. In the process, forgetting your values, your ethics, your morals, you end up committing sin and hurting other people. It's time, dear friends, to look around. There's a beautiful fellowship in case a person is addicted to alcohol or drugs called Alcoholics Anonymous. Anonymous itself means that whatever you speak there or when you go there or what you hear over there remains there and no one else needs to know about it, or you need not have to share about it. You go there and listen. There's no fees. There's nothing, no certificates, no membership. All you need is a desire to stop. And in case that's not working, if the family or the concerned people feel that this is not working, this man is gone beyond all control, then it is good to arrest him. It is good, it is suggested to arrest him, put him into the rehab so that he stopped. Because let me define to you, friends, what addiction happens. Addiction is once you start taking the substance or the behavior, you can't stop on your own. It will take a great effort to stop. Second thing is, you cannot control the amount of energy, time, money, or the amount of substance that you're consuming. These are the two truths that one needs to accept, that yes, because of this addiction, I'm not able to control. So you got to break those shackles. Those are the bondages. You got to break it. It needs toughness in the mind. Make a decision. Believe me, friends, people who make it out and come out are much stronger to face life head on. He doesn't get trembled in front of others. He has a passion, his passion for living, his passion for following good morals, ethics, values goes tenfold. He is on the growth path. He's not stagnant. He's not stagnant. But that desire has to come in the people who are suffering with addictions. That even I want that kind of a life. I was once a good person. Yes, everyone in addiction are good people. It's the addiction which is making them do the bad things. We need to realize that. But once the addiction is out and you start living a normal life, it's bliss. It's fantastic. Then you can lead others. Then you can help others. That's our duty. So, dear friends, there are a lot of things happening out there. Probably no one is coming out because of the societal values, so-called societal values. What will people think? You put us to shame, you get a bad name, and because of that they are hiding all this within their homes. Every home has some kind of a problem because of the emotions or because of addictions. Come out, seek help. Seek help. Go to a counselor, go to a coach, go to a rehabilitation center. Take help. If you don't take help, help will not come and fall in your lap. You have to seek help. You need to want to change. You need to change. And to change is to take a U-turn in your life, leaving your old self, the old ideas, the old emotions, the old kind of thinking, behavior, attitude, all that has to change. So it is a complete overhaul of your internal self. And unless this self-realization comes, no amount of prayer or no amount of sympathy or self-pity is going to work. It's tough. It's a tough decision. You got to work it, and then God will also help you. God will help those who help themselves. So, dear friends, it's my request. Please look around. Come out. Help those who are struggling with these addictions, with these emotional issues. Help them to lead lives of peace, happiness, joy. Only then we would have been a good human being, when we reach out to help others. Thank you, friends. God bless you all. And looking forward to hear from you. I'm there to also help. There are counseling sessions that I give people with life's issues. People are not able to reach their goals, or people who are with addictions. There are so many from different strata of society, different backgrounds, whom I'm counseling. Online counseling through Zoom, I give that also. And this thing doesn't happen overnight. It is a process. It takes time. You got to keep working. And then slowly, you get out of it. It's not one night. I hear people saying, just cut it off. But there are every chances of relapsing again. You can stop 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. But again, if you are offered a cigarette or you are in such kind of situation or conditions, you may pick it up. Once you pick it up, again, that's going to drive you. Or it's the same with emotions. The same is with, you got to work it out. You got to change all that is within you. Praying that we work towards a more peaceful, a sober life, a healthy life with a healthy mindset. Thank you, and God bless you all.